Therapy. It's your boy True, better yet the man. So, the topic of today's discussion is going to be a reminder that it's things for man and not man for things. So, that is a philosophy that I have uncovered in my life recently that has really allowed me to transcend a lot of the physical ramifications of this world. Ramifications, I'm not sure if that's the correct word to use, but the physical limitations of the physical world, in the sense that now I'm understanding that you have to use these things and don't let these things use you. For example, I spoke about it in another video. My car. It's time for me to turn up, it's time for me to get busy, it's time for me to do what I gotta do in order to get my situation to where I want it to be so that I can travel the world and I can see you guys. Now, in this instance, a part of me is always like, oh man, but they teach us that, you don't want to put kilometers on your car, miles on your car, because one day you might sell it and then it's going to lose value. But honestly, for myself, who gives a shit? I'd rather run this car before I let the car run me, before I sit here and be anxious about this and that and money. Where am I going to find it? I'd rather use the car. I'd rather use my car as the tool that it was intended to use and not let this thing use me. Because a lot of times people won't even allow themselves to expand and become more and become larger vessels because they're afraid of using the stuff that they buy. I know for me especially, I was always the kind of guy that would right now gas is $1.49 a liter and $1.79 for diesel. I like to do these little timestamps in these videos so that way we can refer back to these things as they keep using inflation as a tool and a weapon against us. I digress. So it's I was always the kind of guy that used to buy stuff and I would keep the packaging in the event that I would ever sell it. I would always be able to get a better return on my investment, so to speak, But now I'm all to myself, okay, you can't own nothing in this world. So why are you trying to force feed these things into a position of ownership where you feel as though that okay, now I have it and I'm gonna hold on to it like this, and then in 3 months later that same phone that you were holding on to so much, you kept the box, you didn't open up the cables, you didn't even use it that much, it's still only worth freaking 2 cents. Have you ever noticed that once you buy something and you try to resell it, it's everything is worth something until you get it, and then when you get it, it's worthless, So it's you might as well use the things. You might as well use that phone. You might as well use that car and drive around and go see your friends. You might as well use that, use them shoes. People be buying shoes and they don't even wear them. I understand that there's the art behind it, but you're sitting here buying a pair of shoes thinking one day the value is going to go up and I don't want to wear them because, unless there's some freaking Yeezy Red Octobers or the Marty McFly, Nikes, then sure, something super limited edition. But beyond all these things, I really just think that you got to use the things. Don't let these things use you, because at the end of the day they're all going to end up in a junkyard somewhere. No matter how nice that Phantom is, it's going to end up in a junkyard somewhere. It's going to end up in a salvage yard somewhere. No matter how fire the Nikes are, they're going to end up, even the Red Octobers, even the Marty McFlys, they're going to end up in a landfill somewhere in India or somewhere in Africa somewhere someday. So use the thing. Don't be like one of them people that, don't be like the old me that say used to have things but didn't want to use them, and then now you're finding yourself in a position where you're wanting to do something else, or now you're wanting to run away from what you're feeling or your fears or your obligations because you feel as though there's not enough. You feel as though that the poverty spirit is upon you. Don't let these things hold you back. Don't let these things hold you back. Funnily enough, when I came to that realization, I was at the movie theater with my partner at the time, and I was I thought it was so funny. It was so funny to me to see the arcade that was there and all the flashing lights and the sounds and the tickets and everything like that, in order to entice you to spend your money, in order to entice you to play the games. So then I'm really starting to I was really at the movie theater laughing it's truly things for man. Everything is designed to get your attention, to get your energy, to get your money, not man for things. And anything you want in this life, you can have it. So whether it's a Porsche 911 twin turbo, or a house, a mansion. All this stuff is just things. All this stuff. And like once I really got the idea in my head that like no matter what it is that you're trying to cling so dearly to, it's one day gonna be a pile of junk. I really was like to myself, okay, you know, like use the best years of these things. Use the best years of your life in order to build something for yourself and of your future. Use the best years of your car to make money so that you can pay it off. Use the best years, you know, the best portions of your house in order to, I don't really know what you're going to do with a house like that besides just live in it or rent out the rooms. But either way, you guys understand what I'm trying to say, I hope, you know, where it's to use the things. Don't let these things use you. Don't let these things control you and make you feel fearful, make you feel as though, like, because if not, then they're a liability, not an asset. If it's a yoke around your neck that's not producing you anything and it's just causing you to sit there in fear, and, you know, it's a yoke around your neck. And guys, this year we're clearing all yokes. We're clearing all yokes, okay? And then from then on, this point on, no more. No more. No more. I say these things 3 times so that you can hear, so that you can understand, so that we can grow together, we can learn together, and really emphasize the importance of the message in which I'm trying to bring across to you guys, okay? So, things for man, not man for things. Everything in this earth is designed to enhance your life and make things easier for you. So for example, like people are talking about ChatGPT, they're worried about ChatGPT and AI, artificial technology and artificial intelligence and technologies. And I think to myself, things for man. So these things are designed to hear, like people are using them. Don't let the things use you. If you're using ChatGPT, you can use it to build a website for you and you make $10,000 a month selling digital products, or you can let the things use you and then it'll take your job. And then now you're pissed off because a computer is able to do the work that you were doing before. You feel what I'm saying? So use the things. Don't let the things use you guys in your life, because they will control you. And then instead of being assets, they'll be liabilities on your balance sheet. I think it's so important for us to just know that it's not like everything is for you. Everything is to benefit your existence, and everything is for you to have an enjoyable life. Everything is for you to, everything is for you to have an enjoyable life, guys. I don't think that it's important, or like I don't think that, sorry, this guy's just like speeding beside me, so I always like to let these people pass. Don't let these things control your life. Don't let these things have power over you. Understand that you have the supreme power. Going back to like the artificial intelligence, I think to myself, the creation can never be greater than the creator. The creation can never be greater than the creator. So I'm not worried about Terminator style stories and all them kind of things where they say, well, aren't you worried that the robots are gonna come in? No, because how can the creation ever be greater than the creator? Okay? Even when they make those Tesla bots that are gonna do your laundry and all that stuff, the creation can never be greater than the creator, guys. Okay? So in all these things, to wrap it up, the message is things for man, not man for things. Look in your life. Look in your life and see how the things in your life may be controlling you, and how it's time for you to control them. Okay, guys? So I say this to say, I'm gonna run these things into the ground before I let these things run me. Until next time, y'all, it's your boy, True. Peace, love. I'm out of here.